Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Hi guys, let's talk about this American Eagle ad campaign and Sweeney and all the backlash she have been receiving after the ad campaign was released. So I have been following this topic on social media. I wanted to make this video yesterday, but I have not gathered a lot of interesting replies. So I have a lot of people who have replied to this. So if you don't know what is happening, American Eagle, which is a brand in America, recently released an ad campaign that a white girl with a blue eyes and blonde hair was featured in Sydney Studio. A lot of people have problem with the wordings of the ad. She started off by talking about her gene, her beautiful features, after complimenting or saying that her beautiful features was passed to her by generation before her. She closed the ad by saying that Sydney Sweetie have blue gene. So a lot of people interpreted this as if she is saying that white people are the superior gene. So they remove that J and put G. So if you remove that J and put G, it will mean gene. So that means Sydney have blue gene. That means her gene is superior to other gene. A lot of people interpreted the ad as white supremacist kind of ad that want to reinstation white women as the superior women, as the beauty standard that everybody should follow. Even a lot of white women and white men are against this ad. They say that it is pure white supremacy kind of propaganda. So I will let you watch the videos I got for you guys, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and check out other videos I have made.
Thank you, American Eagle, for proving my point so eloquently. Remember when I said this? White women are no longer the beauty standard. If we're going to dismantle white supremacy, we gotta start there. And what did they do? Not even a week later,
Sydney Sweeney has her genes.
There was too much unity between the women. We have drifted way too far off the deep end with this decenter men thing, with this I don't want to have babies thing, with this I don't want to get married thing. So what do they have to do? What does America do best? Create hierarchy. And who do we use? The white women, right? We gotta put the white woman back on top somehow. How do we do that? We'll just tell them they're prettier than everybody else. And that's why I said this. Give me 3 reasons why white women are the beauty standard. Because being a brunette don't fucking cut it no more.
Often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color.
I'm coming from a modeling and fashion background. Now, as a model, it's up to us to tell you, the consumer, what you think is pretty, how you feel about yourself, what you like about yourself. We show you how to feel. We give you the self-esteem. They determine who you aspire to be. And they use us, models, to tell the story. And he who controls the language controls the people. So I just encourage you that when we're going into this next era, the powers that be, when Trump and all of them are really trying to crack down on us, and we're starting to see a lot more white, Aryan, superior race propaganda, that we all do what we've done with this trash-ass American Eagle ad. Talk shit about it and eliminate it and keep moving forward together.
2 days ago, I uploaded a video where I talk about beauty standard in 2025. And the context of that video is if white women are still the beauty standard in 2025. It's a very interesting video. Please go and check the video out.
Upset over a jeans commercial. I mean, honestly, how bad could it be? Okay, if anything, y'all underreacted because what the hell?
Y'all are just upset because she's a blonde hair, blue-eyed white girl. That's it. If the same commercial was done with somebody who was any other color but white, y'all would be praising her for this. That's just what's absolutely mind-boggling in my opinion. And this is probably the 6th or 7th video that I've seen on this whole Sydney Sweeney, an American Eagle commercial. If y'all haven't seen it, go watch it. It is a little bit of an odd commercial, very like old school mixed with like new school dry humor, but it's really not that bad. She's pushing a very overly sexualized version of a woman trying to sell jeans to women, but it's really more catered to men. And the majority of people that I've seen complaining about the commercial are crying about how it's catering to men and I'm not going to buy it because it's over-sexualization of women. It's going against everything that feminism is, blah, 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 blah. And the same people who are crying about that are the exact same people who are putting OnlyFans models up on a pedestal, saying that, oh, it's actually women controlling their body, it's women controlling their sexualization, women are sexual beings as well. So you're fine when women put their naked bodies doing sexual acts online for everybody to see at all times, collecting money off of it, when that entire corn industry is run by men and it's an over-sexualization of women for men's fantasies. And the only reason that women do that is because they know that men will watch it. So you're fine when women are exploiting themselves in that manner, but when an actress who is also putting herself in a situation where she's going to be overly sexualized by men and controlling her own body by selling jeans, you don't like that. And then the other argument that I've seen is that she's pushing eugenics, all because she mentions that she has blue eyes and blonde hair due to the genetics of her parents, which is true. You're given your eye color and your hair color from your biological parents. That's not eugenics, that's just genetics. Now, if she's leaning into her genetics to over-sexualize herself to sell a pair of jeans, I mean, that's a completely different topic that we all can discuss here. But again, it wouldn't be a topic of conversation if this was a black woman doing it, if this was a Mexican woman doing it, if it was a trans woman doing it, if it was a gay man doing it. It would never be a problem. It wouldn't be a topic of conversation. But because it's a cisgendered white woman who has blonde hair and blue eyes, now y'all hate it. But we can promote what? Black-owned businesses, Hispanic-owned businesses. We can now allow Dylan Mulvaney to be the face of girlhood at Ulta. But we're all expected to just sit down and shut up over those topics, right? Again, this wouldn't be a topic of conversation if y'all weren't racist. Because you are racist against white women. You are racist against white people. You hate white women who have the stereotypical blonde hair, blue eyes. And it just shows entirely.
Sweeney has very keen.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very keen.
The Sydney Sweeney American Eagle controversy was my fault. I wore denim next to Sydney Sweeney and it was inspired by this photo. They're all like, Cass, please, like, you have great genes, I said no. Sydney Sweeney has the chance to do the most iconic thing that Hollywood has ever seen, and that is to be an openly proud white woman with blonde hair and blue eyes. Cass, have you seen the ad?
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring.
I've seen the ad, okay? There are 3 people responsible for bringing us this atrocity. The brand, Sydney Sweeney's people, and Sydney Sweeney. Brands just assume that the consumer are sheeple, and it's sad because a majority of them are. Now more than ever, we're aware of ways that brands trick us into purchasing something that we most certainly don't need that's going to end up in a landfill. But there are still so many people who are attached to purchasing and owning because of the aesthetics that come with advertising a product. Sydney Sweeney's people are responsible because at the end of the day, she's not the one sitting down writing the script or pitching the idea that she's going to be selling her own bath water. But also, you know, I have my own people too. And I know what it's like to have your own people. And at the end of the day, it is your decision. When I look at this in the lens of my career, there have been times where I have had absolutely no money and I've said no to things because they just didn't feel good to me. This is how I navigate an industry that has historically been corrupt and turns your heart rotten if you're not careful. If you start sacrificing your morals for money, you completely lose yourself. When you start doing things senselessly to appear attractive, to impress people outside of yourself, you lose yourself. An American Eagle Good Genes campaign happens when all you care about is selling, being hot, and nothing else. You're telling me not a single person watched the final cut and was like, I don't know, you guys, this might be a little bit in poor taste. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a dark-skinned redhead in Hollywood, okay? But like this narrative that blonde, blue-eyed people are like the apex of attractiveness, really tired. You're trying to force this as like the standard of attractiveness. Because I promise you, if you look a little bit further, there's big across other nationalities and gene pools, okay? Yeah, so I'd like to see what else is on the menu. American Eagle.
As a white woman who tans very easily, I know I am the beauty standard of having blue eyes. My hair's a bit darker now, but it's naturally platinum blonde. I don't understand what the issue is with what Sydney did with the campaign. We are the standard of beauty in America. And this is why it felt very acceptable to make that ad.
Someone explained to me how a woman with lip filler is making an ad about having really great genes. So your genes are blue, but you tried to make those lips black.
Sydney Sweeney has good genes. What's the problem? Why are you guys now calling American Eagle racist? Sydney Sweeney is a model modeling a new gene campaign by the American Eagle brand. What is the problem? You guys are trying to turn this into some racist nonsense, saying that the implication of her saying that she has good genes and referencing blonde hair and blue eyes is American Eagle inadvertently try to say that the stereotype of blonde hair, blue eyes, and white skin is superior to anything else. Like, they're in a conference room coming up with a gene campaign, and you guys are trying to figure out where the racism is in a gene campaign. Brooke Shields did an ad campaign, literally verbatim. I would imagine that American Eagle got inspiration from that ad, where she was the gene model for Calvin Klein. I'm going to put a clip in. She said basically the same thing. It's genes. Why do you guys always look for a reason to say that something is racist?
This cannot exist without this, and maybe even more problematically, this. All forms of media, it doesn't matter what it is, exist within the cultural and political context of the society in which it is released. So the growing rise of conservatism has everything to do with the new American Eagle campaign. That campaign would not have been able to be released even 5 years ago because we did not exist within the same climate. It doesn't take a genius to recognize that a white person idolizing Aryan features on mainstream media is a dog whistle for white supremacy. It's happened before and it can happen again, and it will continue to happen if we close our eyes and say everything isn't that deep, because it literally is. Recently, over the past maybe like 5 to 10 years, the Overton window has shifted so far to the right that it has allowed media like this to trickle into the mainstream. And if people do not recognize it and put an end to it and call it out like people have been doing with this campaign, it will lead to more catastrophic things in the future. You may think it's not that deep, it's just an ad for a clothing brand, but it's about the language, it is about the content, it is about the ideas that are coded into the message. The features that they're idolizing in the American Eagle campaign are linked to power, and that power has historically been used to oppress people, and it's been used to oppress people till this very day. Things do not happen in a vacuum. The ad does not exist on its own. It exists within the context of the world in which we live in. Kamala was right. You do not fall out of a coconut tree. Everything is relative. And even more problematically, like I was saying before, it is a lazy recreation of the 1980 Brooke Shields Calvin Klein campaign, which was problematic when it was released because they were sexualizing a 14-year-old girl. And it is criticized to this very day. So the fact that you want to send this problematic message while also replicating a problematic ad is beyond me. I don't even know who thought this was a good idea, but it's so important that people are calling it out.
Y'all are just upset because she's a blonde hair, blue-eyed white girl. That's it.
Yes. Because the last time I was afraid for my life and my rights because a black supremacy group took over my country was never
If the same commercial was done with somebody who was any other color but white, y'all would be praising her for this.
Bitch, I was going to walk away from this conversation. Then your fucking video came across my feed. Now I actually have to fucking say something. So here the fuck we go. Do you understand that any discussion surrounding eugenics outside of the theoretical or the historical is a red flag for a fascist society? And make no mistake, this is joking about eugenics. Yes, genes and genes are homophones. And yes, they are making a joke about the fact that JEANS are superior by comparing them to Sydney Sweeney, who is a subjectively attractive person, by saying that her genes, GENES, are superior. Do you understand that anytime anybody says that their genes are superior, that is eugenics? You want to make jokes about eugenics? Do it in front of a fucking disabled person. Do it. I fucking dare you. See how well it goes over. See how many people fucking laugh. Or they just look at you like you're the worst fucking human on the planet.
And I would never actually do this, like ever. But I think it's really important for people to see how words actually affect people. And I know everyone says, like, you can't read things and you shouldn't read things, but, like, I'm a fucking person. I'm just sitting here with my dog Tank watching HGTV, wearing my Snuggie, like, I don't know. People need to be nicer on social media, because it's really fucked up.